What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips, where you already know I get it in. And where am I getting it in? I'm in the kitchen getting it in today, right? So I'm making some salsita, some salsa, some real authentic Mexican chile, right? Or we call it chile. I know people like to think chile is chili beans or the shit at Wiener Schnitzel. But in a Mexican household or a Chicano household, which this is right here, that's why we got Don, because we're clean, right? In a Mexican household, we like to refer to this as chiles. So the first thing I'm going to put in my pan, because I'm roasting my vegetables. So I'm roasting my tomatoes, and I'm not going to give you the detail. I'm going to tell you what ingredients I put in, but I'm not going to tell you how much, because you can make a little serving or a big serving. And I'm making tacos for dinner tonight, for those of you that want to know, right? So I'm going to get, today is taco, what is it? Monday or Tuesday? Today's Taco Monday in a Mexican household, which is taco day every day. So, bam. I got my garlic getting down with it. I've already pre-washed everything. So I'm going to put, I like to use jalapenos and serranos. So I'm going to put some jalapenos and some serranos in. So I think I'm going to go, I want this to be a little bit more of a greener sauce. So I'm going to put more chiles. So I'm going to put fucking, let's go with 6. One time for your mind. I like that shit hot, right? So we're going to go with 6 serranos. And I got my pan on medium. Right? So I'll put the serranos in, the garlic. Like I said, I'm roasting everything. I like using Roma tomatoes. Spence, I dropped one. You know what I mean? For the whistles. Bam! That's ghetto, right? I'm going to drop in my Roma tomatoes. So I'm going to go with 4 Roma tomatoes, 6 jalapenos, 3 garlics. I'll save this ones for the blessing for later on. And then I want to tell a little story. So, the story I wanted to tell today was about me getting maxed out, getting jumped on, getting beat up at a party, right? Back in the days. I just remember this because me and the homeboy were chopping it up, and he was like, hey, bro, remember when all those kids fucked you up? I said, damn, I was on my Cat Williams shit that day, huh? He said, man, they got you. But before we get into the story, hit that like and subscribe button. Put the notification bell on also, that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content I am kicking, and I appreciate all the support I'm getting. So anyways, back to fucking the chile and me getting beat up. Because they got me. So I had a primo, right? I mean, he's still alive, so I have him, right? But fuck him. Anyways, this primo moved out to Stockton for a little while with some of his cousins from his other side of the family. His mother is my tia. It's my dad's sister, so that's how he's my primo, right? But he has his dad's side of the family. They all live in Stockton. So he went out to Stockton, and he got into a gang called Playboys that were out there. Playboys was originally started, Playboys 13. It was originally started in LA, but they had some in Stockton for a while. And so that's who we joined. Now, his older brother was from A-Town, another Southsider, an upstater from Atwater. And then his other brother is a Norteño. They're all, my family's fucked up. We're all mixed up, right? A little bit of everything. Upstaters, Bulldogs, whatever. So anyways, he's my primo though. You know, blood sticking in water. We're not tripping like that. We don't trip on each other. So anyways, he moves back to my tia's house. He was back and forth, you know, because he didn't know what the fuck he wanted to do with his life. So he came with a whole different mentality from Stockton. In Stockton, they're grimy over there, homie. They're advanced in their fucking criminality, right? So he was on some criminal shit, robbing places, doing what he was doing. Him and his homeboys were, and you can understand, man, they're in Stockton, surrounded by Norteños. They're really, if you're gonna gangbang and be a Sureño or a Southsider in Stockton, you're going to be about the business, man. Don't get it twisted. That's what I say. You know, a lot of people that hate on the upstaters, I say, hey, man, they're with the shits. And the reason they are is, imagine being surrounded by all your enemies and dudes who righteously want to get you. You have to put in that work. I'm roasting my shit, you know what I mean? So, dispensa. So anyways, my primo comes back to my tia's, and he brings a couple homeboys with him. And I'm at my tia's house chilling. I'd be over there all the time, man. She was balling out. So she would pay my bills and shit for me. I'm just keeping it real. It's my tia that I've done videos on, my tia Lupe, right? So anyways, he comes one day on a good sick one, right? And I'm like, damn, what's up? And I see him and his fucking homeboy start pulling straps out and all kinds of shit on the table. And I'm like, oh shit, these guys are wild, right? And I had argued with my old lady, so I was over there sleeping for the night. And you know, I'm on my Norteño shit at the time. And I know these are Southsiders, but I got so used to my familia that it was like a safe zone. They're at the family's pads, like nobody tripped. But you know, his homeboy was from Stockton. His couple homeboys, they had never met me. So as soon as they come in, they're on a sick one, like, hey, bro, where you from? Are you active? I said, hell yeah, I'm active. I'm an active norteño wife. They were like, what? And my cousin's like, hey, kick back. That's my older primo, man. Relax, right? And I'm like, man, my tia's gonna pull out a knife right now and start getting to chopping around this camp. So of course my tia's yelling at him, hey, stop gangbanging in here, right? And he tells us homebody, it's my primo, it's not like that. They're like, all right, cool, whatever. So anyways, I jam. It is what it is. He's into his own shit, you know, that's on him. I tell him fucking lay the pipe down for a little while and get some sleep. And so about 2 weeks later, they were having a birthday party for his kid. Okay, and his old lady was from Stockton as well. And so I knew at this party he was going to have homeboys there. I knew they were going to be Southsiders or whatever. I wasn't tripping, man. I was thinking I'm going to come with my lady at the time and my kid. It's going to be all good, man. It's family shit. You know, again, it's always been like that at my abuelita's house, my tia's houses. You know, we're all from everywhere. Fucking, we're just all mixed up. So there was never no funk, really. I mean, there was a couple times there was some shit, but not really, right? So we pulled up, boom. I think it was the birthday party of his daughter, but it was also around Easter time. So, you know, my family has a lot of paisas in my family, meaning a lot of my tias like to go to the bar and they like to bring home Juan, Guardo, and Lupe, right? So there would always be a paisa or two fucking lurking somewhere. So the food would be bomb. Carnitas. And this time they were going to kill a goat. You know, I don't know how you guys do it, but in Mexican, one of the Mexican traditions or the Chicano traditions is on Easter, every year we would kill a goat, right? And we'd have tacos, birria, chivo, all that. And so that's what they were gonna do for the birthday and for Easter. They were gonna fucking kill a goat, and it was gonna be modelos everywhere, Coronas. So anyways, we're chilling, and I go to the backyard, right? I park my ride like a sick one, just in case I gotta bust a quick one. And as I fucking go back there, ain't nothing but a sureño party. This is for la raza. I walked in that motherfucker like, bing, bow, bow. See norteños in your town, and you know we're about to put it down, right? It flamed up and everything, and hey, they all look at me, right? Now you gotta understand, he done brought a gang of his homeboys from Stockton, from Playboys, that I never met. There's the two vatos I met. I like to call them Ren and Stimpy. One was skinny, one was fat. Both of them had a gap, but neither one of them was with that, right? So, but he had a gang of homeboys. Vatos all blasted, looked like they just got out of Folsom. I swear to God, I got there and it looked like a yarda, right? And my lady's like, hey, maybe we should go. And I said, this is my tia's house, hey? I ain't going nowhere, right? And I'm scanning the fucking area for my primo that's a norteño and for any other lifelines, right? Nope. I call my primo. I'm like, hey, it's his brother. I'm like, where you at, fool? He's like, I'm at my lady's house. I said, you're not coming to your niece's birthday party? He said, fuck, no, there's a gang of Sureños over there, fool. You know how that fool is. I said, hey, I'm here, fool, come through. Back my play. He's like, I ain't going over there, fool. Fuck that, right? I ain't kicking it with them, fool. He wasn't scared like, oh, they're going to beat me up. He was just like, I ain't going to go kick with them fools. I was like, he was on his game banging hype. I was like, all right, whatever. Fuck it. I'm here now. You know what I mean? I'm not going to leave without a taco. So, of course, I'm kicking it over there in the paisa corner with fucking all these guys that my fucking aunt was fucking, right? So I'm over there chilling, and the bottles are whispering and they're mean mugging, and my chick was bad at the time. I ain't gonna lie. She had Dunkin' and Heinz, so her shit went like this. Wabada, wabada, wabada. So every time she would got up to like take my kid to the bathroom or something, I noticed a couple of bottles were like whopping, right? What's up, Bessa, right? And I was feeling some type of way, like, all right, look, I ain't saying nothing. I'm trying to respect my tia's pad and my primo and his kids and whatever they got going on, but shit, homie, I ain't no poop, but you ain't gonna just pop at my old lady or look at her ass in front of me. So I'm feeling some type of, I'm jealous, eh? Right? I'm feeling some type of way. So, I remember one bottle, she walks by, he's like, hey, where you from, right? He didn't give a fuck I was right there. He already knew what time it was. He's like, fuck it, eh? We're gonna punk this buster, right? I was like, hey, bro, what's up? And my primo was like, hey, there's kids and shit, eh? There's kids. And I said, I know, bro, but it's your homeboys that are tripping. So he checks his homeboy like, hey, bro, you can't be doing that. That's my primo's fucking old lady, man. That's family, you know? Because, you know, at that time, my chick, we were together. Like, we had babies together and all that, right? And I'm like, fuck that. I need mines. I need my Federellis, right? Fuck, you ain't gonna just, I'm not gonna just let it go. You disrespected me, eh? Right? Not even on North and South shit. Now we're on some man-to-man shit. Man-to-man combat. And the Vato's like, hey, Spencer, homie, I didn't know you guys were together. He just sees me over there fucking rubbing her asshole, right? I didn't know you guys were together, eh? You know, the way it rolls over there, it's like, oh, we're grimy, eh? I already know. So Shit's going on. Tacos are getting served. Everyone's eating. It's cool. These sureños not even tripping on me, right? Well, my primo comes. A different primo who's a straight, active ass, super banged out, long hair. You know, typical norteño. Real fucking norteñoed out. Newer generation. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker came in with a half Mongolian. Looked like he's from Chicago and shit. Face all tatted. So he comes in, he was like, what's up, Benny? Right? And he sees me, he's like, what's up with these fools? Fool, right? I'm like, no, kick back. They're tripping. They're tripping now. They're like, oh, fuck that. These vatos are coming deep. And they know they're out of bounds a little bit. So they're like, they're looking at my primo. My primo, he doesn't like my other cousin. They fight. They're the type that they grew up, they're the same age. So they fight all the time. So he's like, hey, who invited you, ese? Right? And my primo's like, shoot, fool, this is norte. Fool, I go wherever norteños go. What the que pinta? And it's just too much tension, right? Too much tension. And still in the back of my mind, I'm not tripping off that shit. But I'm waiting for this guy to stray away. The one that was talking to my chick, I'm waiting for him to stray away to the front. Because everybody that was smoking yes guy, they were all smoking weed. You had to go like to the, okay, it's a backyard. The house is sideways. And you would go out the side gate. But that was basically the front of the street. So you'd have to go basically to the front yard to go get high, right? So vatos were going in and out of the gate, doing their little thing. But he wasn't, right? He was, I don't know if he didn't smoke weed or whatever. So I was like, he's going to smoke a frau. He's going to do something, right? Because we weren't trying to smoke cigarettes or none around the kids. There was a lot of kids. We had a bounce house. It was, like I said, at Easter, they did the Easter egg hunt, all that, right? So this vato does. And as he does, I tell my other primo, not the Southsider one. He's over there chilling with his homies like he don't even know us. Like he's too good for us and shit. Hey, that motherfucker, right? So that fool's like over there. So my fucking other primo, he's like, hey, fool, let's get off on these fools. Hey, I'm strapped. Right? And I'm like, all right. Fuck it. You know what I mean? My lady's like, hey, I'm going home. And I said, yeah, go home. She was like, let's just go home. And she tells my primo, hey, you want to go to the pad? And he's like, nah, fuck that. We're getting off, eh? He's already fucking texting home. He's like, hey, fool, it's going down over here. And I'm like, bro, by the time, hey, we're going to get off before they get here. I said, let's just get off and jam. And my lady's like, I'm taking the car. So, and my primo's like, it's all right. I came my own with. We're good, right? So she jams, and which is good because I want to get her out of the way, but I don't want to do nothing too crazy because there's children there. See, I was one of those homeboys, I was seasoned. Like, don't do nothing around kids. You know, I was by the book, man. Like, hey, you can't disrespect someone's pad. It's my tia's pad. She's going to really flip out, right? And even my tia, she was like, she came up to us and she was like, hey, no one's going to trip here on my pad. Whoever trips, I'm killing all you motherfuckers. I'm going to call my homeboys from Mexico. And I was like, oh, kick back. Yes, it's all good. But of course, gangbangers, we're plotting, right? Look, as soon as that vato goes out there, and I'm focused on one guy only. Like I said, to me, it wasn't north and south. To my primo, he was on his north and shit. To me, it was more so I just want to beat him up. And he was a bigger dude, bigger than me. But I wasn't stressing, right? Like a Smith & Wesson. So, hey, and by the way, my chile is roasting. It takes a little while to roast, but it looks good. I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys how it looks. I don't give a fuck. I'm using one of my older pans. And you see I got the chiles and the tomatoes roasting. I'm just kind of moving them with my hands, getting them roasted. You got the garlic. Looks bomb. Anyways, back to the story because I know you guys are holding for it. So my primo's like, I see the dude get up to go to the front with like two of his homeboys. And my primo, the Southsider one, is back there chilling with his old lady. You know, says, yeah, I'm moving to Bakersfield. He's doing this thing over there with his family and his homeboys. And I'm like, hey, start your car, homie. Like, hey, get it running. I'm going to flight this motherfucker. We're going to take off, homie. I'm going to snake his ass. Yes, I said it. Fill it up with it and let it. I'm going to snake his ass, right? There's more than us. We got to do what we got to do, right? So the vatos are out there smoking weed, right? Smell bomb, too. And as I walked by, he's like, all right, now. He thought everything was cool. I'm a scandalous motherfucker, right? At least I thought I was. Boom! Flighted him. Bro, I don't know if the antennas or Southside, they have like a bat symbol, but it's a big old S. The Southside radar went off. Vatos heard it because I cracked them. Blah! Hella Southerners came running from the to the front yard from the gate. My primo too, he's like, what's up? And my other primo was like, what's up? My two primos start chunking it. Man, and they were youngsters. Okay, that's what I forgot to tell you because you see in the title it says youngsters. These guys were all 18, 19 years old. I was like 24, 25 at the time, right? Let me tell you something. They kicked me from street to street. I'm a bad motherfucker from across the street. I'll kick your ass from street to street. They did that shit, right? Them Sopranos won, eh? They fucked me and my... Hey, when the shit was done and we're in the homie's car, my primo's car, driving to my pad to drop me off, he had like half his Mongolian was ripped out. The Otto's like, hey, did we win? I was like, I don't think so. He was like, fuck, I feel like I'm drunk driving. I said, no, it's something similar to that, right? I was leaking. Hey, they fucked my eye up. Anyway, so when the fucking, the radar goes off, they hear I cracked them, right? I back up because I'm telling my primo, hey, fool, get in let's go. And he's like, fuck that, I'm going to get mine. And the other two dudes are like, what's up, Bizz, right? And that's when my primo and all them came running out. My primo was like, hey, you fucking up my daughter's birthday party. And he hates my cousin, right? So they just rushed each other. And now there's hella vatos jumping him. Hella vatos jumping me. There was probably like 4 or 5 on him, my primo, and then the other one's on him. Hey, my tia's out there with the broom swinging it at us. You fucked up my granddaughter's birthday. I'm like, calm down. So I'm getting hit with a broom. The paisos are there eating tacos. Mira, este pinche huevones. Right? They're eating, chunking them. Well, one of them pulls out a piece. And look, slow motion. No, sir. Right? I can see him coming from my jawbone. As I'm struggling, I'm doing this, right? And my tia comes through like this with the broom. Right? Like a ninja. She did ninjutsu. Knocked the knife out of his hand. She's like, nah, you're not stabbing my nephew, right? And so anyways, I got drugged for about I would say, probably a minute and a half. Shit happens fast, you know? I'm trying to get in the car. They're dragging me out. I'm trying to get in the car. They're dragging me out. My cousin's already in the car, right? A sureño hanging out of the window and he's trying to fix the stereo. Facts. I remember the whole time I'm like, fuck Spice One, right? And they're dragging me. And then we jammed. So, yeah, that's the story. Them youngsters got on my head. They fucked me up, eh? You know what I mean? My primo calls me the next day. He said, you guys are scandalous. You guys fucked up the whole party. My mom said we can't have a party again. And I was like, that's your homeboys. If your homeboy didn't disrespect, he said, I thought it was all good, though. You gave your word. I said, I never gave my word on shit. I thought I was going to get off. You know that. And he was like, yeah. And he was like, don't bring that other fool, which was my primo. I ain't going to say his name, but he was like, don't bring that fool to the pad no more, eh? He was like, that fool right there he's in my fucking, he's on my BNL, eh? Right? He's all bad. And they, to this fucking day, them vatos still hate each other. They be on theirs. Hey, they use the gangs just to, I'm like, bro, you guys just don't like each other. You guys always bring gangs into it. North-South shit. It doesn't even involve that. You know what I mean? Like, they're not at the end of hostilities. Them vatos are not going to go eat on the yard together or playing handball. Ever. And they're primos. First cousins. Anyways, yeah, that's the story. Them fools got on my head. I got home. My lady was like, see? You got your ass. I said, if your ass wasn't so big, I started blaming her. If your ass wasn't so big, then Vato would have never looked at it. I would have never felt some type of way. And I would have still ate fucking tacos and chivo. It's on you, right? She was like, why? I look good. You didn't look good. You didn't look good. You didn't get my eyes all leaking. You look good. You look good, right? So that's just how that went down. Anyways, I'm making my chile. What I do is once it's done roasting, I put it in a blender. My recipe, and I've done it before, I cut up cilantro, cebolla, that's onion. I hit it with this. A little caldo de pollo, a little bit of salt, and voila. Oh, wait up. Gotta hit with some lime juice. A little bit of that lime juice, and there it is, man. So, like I said, it depends on what you're making and how much chile you want. See, what I do when I make carne is I'll brown up my carne with onion and garlic, chopped up. I'll brown it. Once my carne is brown, my meat, I fucking I'll pour some of the salsa that I made, the chile, over the carne and let it simmer with a little water and put the top on it and let it simmer in that chile so it soaks all into it. You don't have to marinate the meat. That's self-marination. It's doing its own thing. Let it cook in the chile, right? And then I still use that same salsa for the top of the taco. So I'm chile on top of chile. I got chile giving chile piggyback rides with the chile. I'm winning, you know? Anyways, with that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope you enjoyed the story. Like I said, I'm just making salsa, so I'm just kicking it here in the kitchen. It ain't that serious, man. It ain't nothing that you guys want to see. You've seen it before if you went to the taqueria. It's not that major. But these fucking jalapenos look good. The more that the reason why we roast is the flavor is better, that roasted flavor, but also it tastes better, but it brings the heat out. I love it. that being said, move with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the strive, the struggle, the struggle to strive. I'm going to continue to do what I does. And I appreciate you. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head, lowers the crown. Funny story, crazy story, true story, man. I was on some north and south shit, and kids beat me up. What do you want me to say? I got one good hit in, the first one. But hey, they got the last. Then hey, after my tia kicked everyone out, then my cousin said, hey, fool, my homies went looking for you. I said, you know my address. Why didn't they just pull up? Nah, I ain't gonna do all that and shit, eh? I said, and why'd you start chunking? Why didn't you fucking try to stop it? He's like, I look for any reason to beat that motherfucker up. And I ain't gonna lie though, but hey, it took like 4 of them to get on my cousin. My cousin's a big boy, right? My cousin was rocking him. He was rocking the. Hey, that's why I think that the cousin that's from Playboys, I don't think he likes my other primo because every time they fight, he loses. You know what I'm saying? My cousin's like, I don't know why he tries to fight me. Just north there. I'm like, anyways, all right now. Thank you guys. Bang bang.